I was talking to you a little bit about my youngest one, and you also mentioned it. Your boys, I've seen them. They jump. They do insane things. I'm loving it. I also try to let my boys go. However, again, there's an age difference. Things that Bear can do, Rain can't do yet. However, he wants to do it as well because his big brother is doing it. How do you cope with this, especially for yourself? Because we are so like, oh, that's so scary. You're trying to save them from possible hurt that might not even happen. I'm just wondering how you deal with that, and yeah, what's your message to other people? Because what I've seen so far in the park is that, man, I see some parents just running after the kids, just telling them, "Don't climb on that, don't do that, don't do this," and you just get anxious already. You just listen to them, and I can't even imagine how the kid gets. So, what's your outtake on that?
It's been out there for ages, like, don't press the red button. Like, everyone wants to press the red button. So don't climb on that climbing frame. They're going to want to climb on that climbing frame. It's a power struggle, but equally, it's just a trust thing. I mean, my wife isn't, so Michelle, my wife is such a habit. We are still married, so technically Michelle is still my wife. And I have no big dramas about it at all, but I've let from ever since I can remember, Bear used to climb up the back of our staircase, and then he'd stand there and then jump when he knows I'm there. He'd jump at that point. He wouldn't jump or not. So ever since that day, I've let him climb on whatever he wants to climb on. Down the park, I mean, you're in quite a safe place. But yeah, you're right. I hear parents all the time, "Don't climb on that. You're too small." And they could be 5, and then I've got Rain, who at 12 months was climbing up the climbing frames. At 14 months, he's been holding onto the bars and swinging. Again, parents are just around it. As soon as if I was to put hands on him, he'd then not get used to what he's doing himself. So for me, it's just a trust thing again. I think if I let him walk quite close to an edge, if we're on a path and it's a slippy bank on the side, I don't run after him. Keep away from the edge, because then he's going to be fearful about the edge. Bear hasn't got a fear of heights. Rain really hasn't got a fear of heights. They both like climbing, they like doing stuff. Yeah, definitely. Rain likes to copy Bear. He'll get frustrated if he can't climb like Bear. But here's the thing. If he can't climb up like Bear, I'm not going to suddenly pick him up and put it to the top. I may encourage him up and help him out, but there's a reason why he can't climb to that height, in my mind. So he can climb on a smaller rock, and then if he wants to jump off a smaller rock, he can jump off. Mankind wouldn't have walked close to a cliff and then just kept walking and walking unless someone told them to stop. It's just not going to happen. We're not lemmings. We're not going to walk off edges. Equally, he could run into a road because we're just teaching him what a road is. But if he looks down and there's a sheer drop, he's not going to just walk off the edge. Similarly, a swimming pool, we've never had armbands. We don't do armbands at the swimming pool. We just want them to learn to swim and not be. Similarly, if you're down the park and you're just always reliant on your mum doing stuff and your dad doing stuff, it's going to be a problem. Just seeing kids bob around in a swimming pool, I don't see how that's really helping them. I mean, I'm sure armbands have their place. This is purely just my take on it. So they're getting their body position. Bear can swim. He's always told not to go too far, and then he has to demonstrate that he can swim to the deep end. And he jumps in the deep end, he touches the bottom. Rain does want to do that. So you have to limit how far you let them go. Rain's not allowed because he can't swim, so he can jump in. Then he gets cross to me for catching him. So then he tells me he wants to jump in and go under. So he's now jumping in the water and going under. However, he does just sink. So we're encouraging him to kick his legs up and keep doing stuff like that now. So again, with regards to food choices, time on technology, all this stuff, it's just coming down to trust again. And literally, it's probably sounding like I'm being a little bit irresponsible, but they've never had a broken bone, they've never injured themselves, they never get ill. They know what they're doing. Down the park, it's great. They're just. I would not want to instill fear. We could get enough fear just in social environments at the best of times. The last thing I'm going to start doing is, don't go on there, you're going to fall and break your neck. Like some parents do. It's like, oh, well, if they fall and break your neck, then you just put that in their head. Probably they're right. Don't go on that, you're going to hurt yourself. Don't go on there, you're going to fall and hit your head. It's just faith and trust. There's enough fears out there, isn't there? You don't want to instill fears in other people. So for me, it's if they start getting fearful of something on their own, I'll talk to them about it. There's been times when Bear's been on this big climbing frame because he thought he could just get to the top, and he will just hug it, and he's frozen. And then at that point, he says he's scared. And all I do at that point is let him have his minute, and then if he wants me to come and get him, I'll go and get him. But I guarantee about 10 minutes later, he'll be on it again, trying to go a little bit further than he did last time. But he's got, so it's trust from me, but he's got trust in, if he jumps from somewhere and says he's going to jump, he knows I'm going to catch him. If Rain can't communicate quite as effectively as Bear, so you have to really tune into it, and sometimes he can go ready, steady, and then suddenly you've got to look for the go because he's about to jump from somewhere, but you're never going to be far. So that's what it is. Just, I mean, from what we were learning before, fears are crippling. So the last thing I want to do is actually start planting into their subconscious a load of fears that's a bit unnecessary.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a very powerful message. I must say that's one thing I did unconsciously as well, right from the beginning. Is like, look, man, you can't climb up the thing, you can't go down the thing. It's that simple. Because they all love going down the slides, and I told them, look, you can't go up and you can't go down because I'm not picking you up and putting you on that.
Why can't you go up the slide?
If you can't climb up it, if you're not strong enough to climb up it, then you can't go down. It's simple like that. That's the rule I always made. You climb up, then you can go down. If you can't go down because you're scared, then, we'll see what happens next. But yeah, I had them look at me like, yeah, pick me up and put me up there. I'm like, I'm not doing that. No way. Like, because he sees all the other parents, he's picking them up and putting them up there. It's like, yeah, what are you teaching them then? They like, you're going to pick them up every single time? That's not really happening. So yeah, I appreciate that. I like the trust part, really. That's great knowledge to share and make sure that people keep that in mind. Hey man, I hope you got all the information out of it that you were looking for. If so, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you hit the bell, then every time we come out with a new video, you will be informed. For now, thanks for listening, and I hope to see you soon.